Oh? Daddy! I was led to believe there were only 77. Oh, a Virtue's Last Reward gambit, huh? Sorry if that was spoilers, whoops. Oh, how convenient. A place called Final Dungeon. Anyway, now we have Dad back on the squad. And by the way, this is my second attempt at recording this. I had a wonderfully poignant finale. I was very proud of it. And the audio corrupted, so I had to redo it. So things may look a little different since I have gotten different stat gains in the meantime, because I had to replay it from right before Odin. But anyway, let's take a look at what Dad's got. Really high strength, agility, pretty good mana. Comes with pretty much everything a guy could need. There is one upgrade I'm going to make to him. It's like the one time I'm going to give a 5th character actual gear. So anyway, now we're in the final world, which isn't really much of a world. It is this town and the final dungeon. What we've got coming forward is mostly just versus Apollo after all that. So I want to, let's see, we're gonna get rid of Toki's laser sword. I might want to get rid of his tank too and just give him 2, yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of his tank as well and just give him cat claws, because now that he's got the samurai bow, he doesn't really need the tank. The upcoming dungeon isn't that hard, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that. And we are going to get 2 cat claws for him. Well, if I had the room for it, I would do that. So let's just get 1 for now. Pop the cat claw on. Wonderful. So let's sell off some of the crap here that we have. I'm not going to use the glass sword. We're going to get something that's going to give just as much strength anyway, and Gar's inventory space is kind of at a premium. I don't know if I explained what the glass sword does. It has 1 use, and then deals 1,000 damage, but then it's gone forever. But I don't know if a robot can recharge it. But either way, we don't really need it. Get rid of the hyper. Gonna keep these, because I had an issue in the first run. Don't need this defense sword, don't need this wizard staff, and don't need the rune axe. So let us buy that 2nd cat claw. Yeah, especially now that I know what's coming up, I know for a fact we definitely don't need the tank if we can have the extra power the cat claw has. Yeah, look at that 97 agility. Just about capped. Dude is gonna hit like a freight train. Okay, so let's see what's on over here. Most importantly, we get Flare Tome, so I'm going to buy 2 of those, because I want to give 1 to Dad. He has the mana to take really good advantage of it. He has better mana than Ares, so... And this gives him a little something extra to do. He's going to be here for a couple bosses, so I want to ensure that he's hitting really hard. I'm sure the defense sword and, like, the Vulcan will do just fine, but, you know, we have plenty of money. You might notice in the lower right corner, though, we don't have any more Magi. So, unfortunately, if you've been relying on Magi, that's gonna kind of be a bit of an issue, because we don't have stat boosts from them anymore. And there's nothing we can do about that. We're kind of back down to our base bare minimum, and that's what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the game, really. Ah. Central Shrine, huh? Keep that in mind. I sure can't, actually. But now that, you know, we can't get anywhere now that we lack Magi, like, we can't go through the shrine anymore, we can use doors now, which function functionally the same as the Pegasus Magi, and also the same as the teleport skill. We can teleport anywhere we want, and now, from what I understand, every single shop in, like, the other worlds also sell doors, so you know, can't hard lock yourself. Alright, let's see. I have 2 tents, 2 elixirs. Because what I found out, too, is that tents and elixirs aren't just for, like, status effects and healing. They also restore your spell charges, which I kinda wish I knew earlier, but... oh well. Alright, we should be good for the final dungeon. Cool. Yeah, the final world really isn't much. It must be weird to be born here, because all anyone ever does is talk about, like, oh, the final dungeon is really bad. It's like, imagine, like, you're born in, like, a rural town, and there's just the bad cave, and everyone knows about it. And that's, like, all, like, anyone ever talks about. Like, you stop in the delightful town of Twin Peaks, and, like, oh, don't go to the bad cave, that place sucks. And there's, like, nothing else going on in your life. Anyway, so now we're in the final dungeon, which is, coincidentally, or aptly named, the final dungeon of the game. It's pretty long. Enemies here are, they're not, like, ludicrously strong. Like, no, I don't know, Tengus and, like, nymphs and stuff. I mean, that was what we were kind of seeing towards the end of the Nasty Dungeon. Yeah. Especially early on, I don't want to deal with too many battles if, Surprise doesn't proc. It's gonna kind of be the same deal as the Nasty Dungeon. Like, we're good, but this is a long dungeon. But a Surprise procs, so much the better. Yeah, the big thing I want to do now is, now that we're kind of towards the end game, I want, this is the last real chance Aerie has to get stats. So I want to make sure that Aerie gets stats. Whoa! 1,000 damage, look at that! Nice! Because I really want to get her some HP if I could, but a couple more mana gains would also be nice. Second Sun Sword. Actually, there's something I want to do real quick, potentially. Yeah, Dragon, I'm going to replace the Dragon Sword with the Sun Sword, because it has a little more strength. As for everything else, he doesn't need the tank anymore either, so I can just give him that second Sun Sword. And he's up to 96 strength. Yay! Yeah, he's got the Gungnir, so he's good in groups. The tank is nice for its ability to blank enemy attacks, but if we're just only going to deal with enemies when we get the encounter anyway, the surprise encounter anyway, it's not like it really matters. Use the Gungnir on these guys. We'll use the Samurai Bow here. P-Blast. Let's try Charm. I don't even know what it looks like. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, the Magnum's kind of crap, but guns in general are pretty bad. Like, after the beginning of the game, you shouldn't use guns. Cool, we have done all that we need to ensure that Aerie is good for the future. Like I said, its damage range is nice, but, you know, Toki just hit 1,000 damage with a weapon that he has, like, 75 charges of. Why would I bother with guns? Alright. Yeah, there's not... This dungeon, like, especially compared to, like, like, if you can get through the Nasty Dungeon, you can get through anything. I heard in the Collection of Saga, the random encounter rate in the Nasty Dungeon is lower, which... I'm not sure about that. I went through the Nasty Dungeon on the Collection of Saga, and it felt pretty bad. We have a second Arthur armor, some more money. So, like I said, we don't really need money. The only thing I'm going to be using money on is on, like, heal staves and flare tomes. Tents and elixirs as well. But the Nasty Dungeon encounter rate was pretty bad in the Collection of Saga, so I don't know if that's right, or if I don't know how, or I just found out how bad it can really get. Jesus. Because that was bad. One could even say that it was nasty. No fairy meat. I wonder what fairy meat tastes like. Like, do you think it's sweet? I imagine it's sweet. But I'd also feel weird about eating a fairy because they look so humanoid. But then do you think fairies are more like... Because they have, like, little, like, wings, right? A money gun. They have wings, right? So they'd be like insects, right? I guess I thought Berserk did it. I guess I'm not the first one to make that observation, given that what was that, 97 The Lost Children arc. Samurai bow. Cool. I definitely want to get Eri up to 600 HP, I'd say. Ooh, Ice Crab is, well, I don't know why I'm surprised about that. I want Eri to get up to 600 since she'll be reliably safe if I can swing that. There's a couple things coming up that can deal really high damage, but it's also a little random, so it's kind of hard to predict for. So I have, now we have a second parasuit, so actually what I want to do with that is I want to give it to Toki. Because he can get a lot of use out of this. So I'm going to drop the Dragon Shield, because that doesn't really do anything for us status-wise. Put the parasuit on, and his defense goes up to 82. Which, if we take a look at, Gar, his defense is only 50. So, I thought about maybe putting Kai in second place, but I still think Gar's the right idea with... He's still got a little more HP. That might shift. We'll see how it changes. But I can take Ares Parasuit. I want her to keep it on for the time being, but I am eventually going to switch her to the Hikade boots, which is something that I spent 5 minutes fumbling the pronunciation of in the last recording session. I was saying Hekatade, but it's Hikade. And I don't know why I was having such a hard time with that either. It's not difficult to pronounce. Oops. I want her to be on that just because I want to milk every last bit of mana out of her that I can. I can chuck these. They have low enough charges that they're not going to be worth a ton. And there's a tent. Not bad. Tents are going to be really useful. I'd say you're going to want 4 tents and 4 elixirs to be totally safe coming up for the future. Because this, like, for the final dungeon, this isn't a very difficult dungeon. Mostly just because your power level snowballs so fast here. I guess it might be different if you didn't have, Surprise and Warning. I imagine this would be more difficult. I didn't have Warning, and maybe that's why I feel like the Nasty Dungeon was worse than it might have actually been on Collection of Saga. Because, I didn't have Warning on Eri when I was playing through that one, so occasionally I was getting jumped. That's not right, I should be the one doing the jumping, not the jumpy. Yeah. Kinda running out of opportunities for Eri to get some HP, but... She is just maybe a little too powerful for the area. I mean, we did go through but, you know, I didn't really get as much out of the Nasty Dungeon as I wanted either. Because Surprise just didn't proc as often as I wanted. That's, I guess, part of the issue. But we're almost done with this dungeon, so there's one last real nice bit of treasure we can get. Though there is a treasure chest that I did miss in here, because there's another nuke bomb in here. But, you know, that's useless. Nuke bomb is bad. It's not that it's necessarily bad, it's just... I think they come way too late to be, like, actually useful. Just drop the Mage Staff. I'm sure it's worth money, but... We get the almighty Excalibur! Hell yeah! So we are going to give that to Gar. And with it, we are going to replace this Sun Sword. I think they actually give a similar strength boost. Yeah, it's the exact same strength boost. But... Hold up. To swap that around. The cool thing about the Excalibur is that it, like the Gungnir, it also hits a group, but it's the only weapon that doesn't have charges. You can use Excalibur all you want. So it's a straight up upgrade to the Gungnir. And I think that's pretty damn cool. I wonder if having the Sun Sword, I still have this weapon FAQ up. Let me pull that up real quick. Because I don't know if the Gungnir is, let's see. Gungnir, nope, strength 32. I was gonna say maybe it might be better to have it over the Sun Sword over that, but they give the exact same strength boost, so I'm gonna keep the Gungnir on because it looks cooler. Oh, no, the nuke bomb is up here. My bad. I'm gonna go out and show it off to be, thorough. Even though, like I said, we really don't need it. But, it does give me another chance for, it does give Aerie a little more chance to get some mana. She got a few more... Oh, yeah, oh, no, the, Fire Flower survived. Well, I mean, oh, yes, the Fire Flower survived, but, here we go. Excalibur! Yeah! 12-16! Yeah, no damage cap here, bucko. We are hitting like a goddamned dump truck. And I'd say, like, even if you, like, just have, like, 2 robots, like, just both being agility, like, that works, but turning one of your robots into a pure strength guy after the Nasty Dungeon might be a really good idea, just because Gungnir and Excalibur together just... It's so good. The game throws so much strength-based gear at you towards... Jesus Christ, man. The game throws so much strength-based gear at you towards the end here. I think it's worth having your robot go strength. And I'm gonna throw something away that's actually good so I can just look at... Yeah, like, I'm gonna throw away this tank. I'm gonna put this perfectly good tank into a garbage can just so I can get a nuke bomb that I'm also just going to throw into a garbage can, probably. Jesus, man. That's how it goes here in Saga 2, Treasure of the Goddess. Or something like that. I know the Japanese name is, like, Saga 2 Treasure something or another. Because the relics there were... I'm sorry, the, Oh, no, it was relics, not treasure. Because the Magi were called relics. Or maybe they were called treasure. I actually don't remember. Oops, look at me trying to act cool. Alright, so we are at the very end. Everyone's healed up. Yeah, I'm going to equip Aerie with a fresh Flare Tome. She doesn't really need the Vampix Sword anymore, so I'm probably going to chuck that after this, but... Here we go, we're going to take on the... really, the final boss that isn't plot important. Ooh, yeah, good start. And here we get the War Machine. I don't know if the Cat Claw or the Samurai Bow is going to do better here. It's one turn, I guess I can just run it and check it. Flare, we're going to go with Whirl, and we're going to have Dad use Flare here, because the War Machine has an ability that makes it so weapons deal a little less damage than they otherwise would. Yeah, 821, Jesus. Or maybe... Oh, but it's because the Excalibur and all that, they're group weapons, so they're going to hit ludicrously hard either way. Maybe we can take out the War Mech before it even gets to do anything. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh no, here we go. Missile. Ugh. Yeah, 248 to everyone. That's pretty scary, honestly. But we got to see the Self-Fix in action. So 248, I guess, isn't really that scary. I'll have Dad use a Heal Tome just to be safe. Or a Heal Stack just to be safe. Really rather not get KO'd this early in. Oh yeah, he missed. We're totally fine. But better safe than sorry. Thus, down he goes. Aerie lost Heal and acquired Touch. Never gonna use that. And we get the final Magi, Heart. And Heart is basically the ultimate panic button. We can equip that on anyone we want. I'm going to equip it to Aerie. Just because she's slower, so I can have it, like, after everyone's kind of gotten hit. Or maybe we'd better give it to Toki, so it could be, like, an actual panic button. In fact, yeah, I think I'm going to give it to Toki if we really, really need a panic button. So we'll take that off of you. We are going to equip that onto Toki. And the way it works is, it's a... I know I've said panic button multiple times. It's basically using a tent in combat. Full HP restore, all status is cured, the dead come back to life, all of your spell charges are totally restored. It is wonderful. But you only get... It's not even once per battle. Like, once you use it, you have to go rest at an inn to do it again. So... you know, be careful with it. But there's really only one good opportunity to use it anyway, so... Sell off the Karate, sell off this Bum Flare Tome, Arthur Armor, Sai Gun, and Sun Sword. Wonderful! So, let's go on over to the other one, so we can kind of get our last preparation set, because, This is the last real bit of preparation we need to do. Or I guess there's... Maybe I could do a little something else, but... It's not going to be as important. So I definitely want an elixir. Let's get everything kind of set up. So we got 3 tents, 3 elixirs, and all of Ares' bulk gear. So, no, I want to leave the parasuit on for now, so we're not going to worry about that. I am going to take the Vampix sword off, just because I don't really want it anymore. I'm going to put a another flare tome on her. So she should be good there. Let's sell off that Vampix sword. 25? Jesus, that's crap. Well, whatever, it's not like I'm using it anyway. We don't need 2 dragon helmets, so we can just get rid of that. Okay. That ought to be good. Like I said, we've got now more than enough money, so I'm going to buy 1 more flare tome and give that to Dad just so he has another one, because coming up, we're going to need a lot of juice, and I want to make sure he doesn't run out halfway through. I want this next part to go as fast as humanly possible. So I wonder if you had a strength-based guy using judo and, like, get the charges down to a minimum, maybe that might be good coming up. I don't know how, the weapon-reducing Magi affect that. Or not Magi, just the weapon-reducing skills affect that. Does Aerie have a heal staff on? Aerie does have a heal staff on. Wonderful. We are golden. So, now that we got the last Magi, what say we take the fight to Apollo? And if you tried to enter this door before, you couldn't do it, but now, we have that Magi. So, one last door. We're as good as we're gonna get. Wish Aerie had a little more HP. How's her mana doing? Okay, that's... Her mana's actually a little better at this point than it was during the last run. So, I'm actually pretty content with that. We should be fine. Boy, actually, fighting in here feels sacrilegious almost. It's almost like we're desecrating a holy place. What could this be? Cannot enter. Okay. I'm sure that'll become pertinent later. Alright, there's Apollo. Let's give everyone the old look over. That's as good as he's gonna get. He's got the Excalibur, so that's all he really needs. Enough flare tomes to kill a horse, and, you know, whirl. Alright. We drop a state. And let's do it. I like that he refers to Dad as Captain. I don't know why that tickles me, using an actual title against the guy that you think so little of. Well, there we go again. Oh boy! Wait and see what happens, huh? Alright, here we go. Hey, we got a preemptive strike on him. Nice. Okay, so the big thing about Apollo here is that he has the Aegis Magi active, so all of your weapons just do nothing. All of your elemental skills do nothing. But your group attacks go through. So what you want to do right now early on is spam them as hard as you can. Apollo has 25,000 HP. And he takes weapon attacks really clean, too. Like, look at that. Excalibur's only doing 500. But, you know, we gotta work through that as fast as possible, so let's get brutal with him. I wanted to keep the parasuit on Aerie just because I really want to ensure that when he starts attacking, that we can be prepared for it. I might have Dad and Aerie on full healing duty once it gets going, because he does waste the first few turns being like, haha, look at me, I'm cool and good, and you are stinky and dumb. Ooh, that was a good samurai bow roll. I do like his little... Dude, look at his biceps, he's jacked! You think he was always like that, or did the Magi do that? Yeah, the only downside about Whirl having so few charges is that Kai's kinda not gonna be able to do much. Oh, he's got the Masamune Magi too. Yeah, once Apollo gets going, that fucker hits hard. Alright, so after this round, Kai's not gonna be able to do much but be a meat shield. Pretty good. Alright, here it comes. It's gonna actually start here. Okay, that's less than ideal. He didn't go as far as I thought he would. Alright, so I'm gonna have Kai now just stick to tail. Our damage output's gonna decrease a bit now that Whirl's not going, but so it goes. Oh! Alright, now we're in phase 2! Apollo's getting serious! Now he's gonna start attacking with Flare. He's gonna start attacking with the Masamune. 583! Youch! Yeah, it's a lot worse when he uses it on us, huh? Shit, dude. I'm gonna have Dad use the heal staff just because he's got more mana. Oh! Oh! That's bad. Shit, I should have had Airy attack too. Alright, well, Kai's gone, and I actually don't know if we can handle another flare like that. Full heal. Okay, alright, we might be good. Oh! Oh, I need that Excalibur to carry us harder than it's carrying us. Yeah, Gar's not doing too hot. I'm gonna have Airy just go with Flary and have Dad heal. Oh, bad idea. Oh, there goes Gar. Oh shit, this is bad. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. That was our big source of damage. Oh no, there goes Toki. I think I lost. Dad, I'm gonna need you to do the Flare Tome here. Oh. Alright, we'll have both of them use heal. Okay. Okay. We're not doing half bad here. I'm gonna have Airy go heal again, and Dad use Flare, just because he has the higher magic stat. Oh, there goes Airy. Oh! Oh, I don't think I might not be able to pull this off. I don't want to lose here. Ah, damn it, we lost. Right at the very end, too. Jeez, but now you get to see what happens when you lose. Alright, let's run that back. That went a lot worse than the first time I did this, actually. When I did this last time, we almost jumped straight to, him dying. I'm surprised I actually took it as bad this time as I did. So, now knowing that, I want to change Aries' loadouts. I don't want her to have the parasuit anymore. I want her to now go exclusively on the Hecate boots. So that her healing can keep up and her flares might do a little more. So we are going to drop the dragon for the parasuit and give him another little bit of defense. Not that it super matters, but stats really aren't doing a whole lot here, so let's see if it pans out better this time. And also, Gar has 9, he has way more HP than any of the times I've done this before. That's incredible. Alright, let's see what we can do this time. I'm actually kind of glad he kicked my butt this time. I really didn't get to show that off the first time. Samurai Bow, Excalibur, Flare, Whirl, and Flare. I guess it's also partially because Kai went down so early this time. Of course, the rolls here are pretty bad, too. Yeah, let's see, with, yeah, that was like an extra 100 damage. I think that's gonna help a lot. But since it's all coming down to mana, I want Airy to have higher mana, because her defense doesn't matter here. The Masamune is always going to do 500 to 600. And if I'm getting hit with Flare, if I have a higher mana stat, I'll be able to survive, and with a higher mana stat, I can also heal better. So I think that might be the crux of this. And I'm going to be a lot more proactive. Like, once... the second he turns into that Garuda form, I want to start getting Aerie exclusively on heals. Because now that, Dad and Aerie kind of have a similar mana stat, they'll both be pretty good. So I mostly just want Dad to... we'll have him be a backup. Ooh, that was a really good roll. Shit, give me more of those. But of course, the those poor rolls on the Samurai Bow might be fucking us over. Okay. For real this time. Tail Flare. Yeah, the first time I did this fight, Apollo went straight to... okay, so we went straight to his Garuda form, so now I know for a fact we're doing good. Alright, Kai took another nasty hit. Alright, I want Aerie and Dad to be on curative duty now. I really, really don't want to lose... I didn't want to lose Kai if I could avoid it, is what I was going to say, but now at least we can recover from that flare. Yeah, Toki's not doing amazingly hot, but let's keep up on double heals. I wonder if he's, like, kind of following a pattern, like a Masamune then a flare. Because if he's doing that, I can keep up a lot easier. Because that way I can at least have flare tomes go in at all times. So, assuming that he's doing that, we're definitely going to want to go double... yeah, see, he goes flare here. But with a double heal staff, we might be able to pull that off. Alright, Toki's still not doing amazingly hot, but at least with this, Aerie should be able to use a flare tome safely. Oh no, he's melting! Okay, now I don't get to test that out. Hey, Toki lived! But he's not gonna live this next round, is he, huh? Alright, maybe I can just, like, rush it really hard here. This might be a bad idea. Oh, no, we got it! Wait, no, wait, no! 273 wasn't that much! Dad, we can take this! No! Dad! Well, that's nice at least. Dad fell right on. Aerie lost more than touch. She lost a father. Well, you've got all the Magi back now, but at what cost, man? Are we gonna make him God? I mean, sure, it didn't work for Apollo, but we've got all 78 now, right? This whole mission was to get him. It doesn't matter otherwise. Here we go. Whatever happens. Gonna do it hand in hand. Let's see this saga to the end.